Hey Scorpio, Merry Christmas. Welcome. Let's dive in, shall we? Yeah, hope you guys are having an enjoyable holiday. Let's dive in. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. These are general and timeless readings. All my information down below in the description box. You guys know the drill. But more than anything, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for your support. I know I thank you guys every week, like track record, but I truly do appreciate every one of you for your view, for being here at all. Thank you so much. I wouldn't be here without you guys. So thank you so much for all the ways you've supported me and this channel. And yes, it's more appreciated than I can even express. So let's dive in. Ooh. Okay. This is another reflection of the self, but you guys can look it up. I like to intuit off of these because sometimes I know Carl Jung would probably shoot me, but sometimes I like to go through the connections here, like how, okay, you see how there are the 3 points on each triangle, okay? This is kind of reminding me of certain energies that you're connected to at this time, Scorpio, and like what they represented this time, okay? Because this card right here says that you are going through some kind of release, or there's some kind of recognition of that, like releasing an energy. Yeah, it's probably even more potent at this time for you. It could be connections. Since I was pointing it out in that particular way, you might be noticing, for those of you that just like have this kind of awareness, or this like you're aware of connections, like with people, and then seeing how things play out in the patterns, there could be something about that. And right now you could be doing certain things to try to release from this. Maybe to try to go beyond it or go into a different pattern or something. Oh, that's why. So, yeah. It could be because there's some frustration or opposition. This is 5 of Wands, so this could be conflict. This could be a particular energy you don't really see eye to eye. And oh, we have the 4 of Cups right there. This isn't the worst 4 of Cups. I know it gets a bad rap, but this is contemplation and reevaluation, which is perfect for this Mercury retrograde and Mars retrograde Gemini, because I feel as though there's some different things that you are trying out right now with this 4 of Cups, because you see how they're almost like stepping stones or lily paths, and you're like trying to narrow down that one thing that's going to elevate you. That's why I like this 4 of Cups specifically. So I think you might at this time, like, you try something out. The conflict is driving you at this time, so it's actually kind of a it's creating some kind of change for you in your process. And there's an awareness on the situation, or almost like the mind frame that you have when you go into these interactions. Does that make sense? So this 3 points, that's why I said in one situation you might play out as a specific role or archetype, and then in another dynamic you might see a weird connection that you represent another archetype, but you've seen it in a different person in the other dynamic. Is that making sense? I know I confuse you guys when I say things, but some people get it, and that's who it's meant for. So what was I doing? Oh yeah. So this conflict is trying to drive you towards making some changes or to release something. Whether you do it or not is a different story. I think maybe at times it's just requiring some effort You know, the Four of Cups can be kind of like a, maybe at this time you have to be indifferent to the conflict or not feed it at this time. Okay. I am going to take all these, even though it's kind of, I don't typically do that, but I'm going to, because you have like a bunch of water. You have some good water energies that are popping out that make me think that it's of you. Okay. So we have a King of Cups character. Could be someone involved in the situation, but that also could be you. We also have the Hanged Man. It's Pisces energy. Where else? You have tons of water signs that popped up in here, so I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are dealing with different water signs. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, there's a lot. Oh, and that's why I pulled this too, because this Five of Wands came out. Okay. All right. It feels like to me that your perspective was different dealing with environments. Like you could have, being out of the situation, it's like you're about to remember some kind of conflict, or maybe a person is, you will just remember the conflict that you have with this person is what I want to say. There could be a message that comes in kind of out of the blue. Oh, it does feel like that since I said that. So you might receive some kind of out of the blue message, and it's a person here. Oh, they've been stuck on this. Scorpio, what did you say? There's a person here that has been stuck on something, and it's all right. Like, if it, I think it wasn't your fault. I think something, this High Priestess is a person that they might be quiet at this time, but there's a person here that's just been stewing and ruminating on something. Okay, this is on hold or on pause, and there hasn't been movement or any real kind of movement or communication, but there is going to be it here. So here's the Eight of Pentacles. Oh, look at all the pentacles coming in. Okay, see, this is something about the change. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles right here. I almost feel as though sometimes the way that you use this conflict is you use it to get really focused on your financial goals. So that it's like, I wonder if that's even why you even entertain a particular energy at all, because when something is really uncomfortable for you to handle, you get really zeroed in and you accomplish a lot of amazing things. I think when it comes to your financial goals, like you get really good at something, because maybe you realize that when you're dedicated to something about your process, or when you accomplish your goals, there's like an entanglement of, see this entanglement, everyone's kind of connected to you and your process at this time, and dependent on if you're releasing properly. So it's all right, you know, maybe something was said too abruptly and cause a trigger reaction, so it's okay. Like whoever's been placed in this situation of feeling backed into a corner, or you know, said something, it's okay, because I can see. That's why I was saying it all like that. There could have been something impulsively said right there with the Ace of Swords and the Page of Wands. Okay. And this almost even could be a temptation at the same time. Is this even in the picture? I'm sorry. To communicate, reevaluate. Okay, where was the other card that said that? Yes, that was the Four of Cups. Look how perfect. It's saying, stay in contemplation and reevaluate before you want to just say something. Because I think in certain situations you just want to like say something, or you're very good at just getting to the truth of the situation. That is very uncomfortable for a human, and it's not your job to make anyone comfortable, but it could be that in this process, Scorps, of someone just like saying whatever is on their mind, if that's you or someone else, this could be some fire that comes up. And there's a person here that wants the fuel. Maybe they're aware of it or not, but they've been sitting on something for a while, and it's been building and festering, okay? And it's all about to just come out. This is the Eight of Wands. So it's like, look at how this is portrayed. It's like, it's all going to be poured out. And so just take some time to evaluate. There's the Two of Pentacles. Because, you know, what's interesting, Scorpio, is in this moment of the reevaluation phase, you might have a different perspective, but in that pause, because this, surprisingly, is showing me that it's a blockage. This, like, communication, which normally I wouldn't say that, like, there are moments of time of knowing when to communicate and not. And you have this High Priestess over there, which can definitely represent you. It's not just for Pisces or Cancer. It can totally be for you too, as far as like going within to like feel what comes into you about how to respond to this situation. Because isn't it fascinating being human? You have all these like different mechanical systems about you. You have like your emotional like triggers or the things that normally get at you, but it feels like you're mastering something about this is how you're coming in. So I don't know if this happened in the past or this is like a moment that might come up, but it's showing me you have this ability to kind of like use your intuition to navigate or to listen to like maybe psychic messages or whatever you want to call it. Okay. I think you've got a new thing brewing here. It could be financial. There's something new, exciting that's being presented. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this also can be support. So there could be an energy coming in here. You're working very hard to accomplish something in your career, because I do think that there's like this conflict. Maybe it's competition, but it's coming in here. I think you're going to like accomplish something monetarily, and that's when it will be all ready. Like there are still things that are finalizing and something that you're building, okay? And there's a conflict that keeps resurfacing because there's a person that's just like stuck on this, whatever it was that happened. You have the Queen of Wands, that's in your, yeah. You are becoming more confident in yourself. That's the first thing. But then you have the Chariot. So this is all gonna move soon. That's why I was like kind of interested that you have all these water sign energies, because this could be a family holiday and then you're like out of the situation. You're gonna be gone and away from it. So this could be a momentary just like displeasure, just doesn't feel very good. It's gonna be gone. And I know that you have that, you'll be looking forward to it, but all of a sudden, like, interestingly, there are new things that come out of this. Again, I'm seeing that it's like you kind of work, the conflict comes in and it just helps you to get really focused on your goals here. The things like unfinished projects or things that you've really wanted to get going, it feels like you're going to get them, okay? And it's gonna, this conflict is gonna push you into situations to elevate in your situation or to get ahead or to really, it's like there could be environments here where you're sacrificing certain pleasures or comfortabilities just to get ahead in the situation, and that's to your advantage, okay? Because I'm seeing that like resourcefulness that you're pulling in, it's gonna help keep you creative, and because you have to have some level of comfort and security and safety, and that's gonna help you to continue to get really brilliant ideas to apply to your situation, which is gonna keep like elevating you more and more. Makes sense? But yeah, it's all good, you know. Maybe this is like the lesson is to just like know when the time and place is to say something, and maybe there are certain truths that shouldn't be expressed. But let me dive into the extended Scorpio. If you guys want to join me over there, feel free. Go down below, click on the Vimeo link, I'll see you over there. But if this is where we leave things, Scorps, sending you so much love, wishing you all the very best. I'll see you in the next reading. Take care.